What would you do if someone kept disrespecting your home? Not once, not twice, but over and over again, just because they thought they could get away with it? This is the story of how one quiet man decided enough was enough and taught the president of his HOA a lesson she'll never forget. Before we dive in, welcome to Voices Unchained. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and drop your location in the comments. We love seeing how far these stories travel. Meet Franklin, a hardworking man who loved simple things, his garden, his peaceful mornings, and above all, the neatly trimmed lawn he spent years perfecting. Franklin wasn't flashy, he wasn't loud, and he certainly wasn't confrontational, but he believed in respect, respect for people, and respect for their property. Neighbors knew him as the quiet, dependable man on the corner, always lending a hand, always keeping his yard pristine. What no one realized yet was that Franklin had a calm strength about him, the kind of strength that doesn't shout, but acts. Then there was Karen, the self-proclaimed queen of the neighborhood and the president of the HOA. With her oversized SUV, sunglasses perched high on her head, and an ego to match the size of her driveway, Karen thought the rules applied to everyone but her. To her, Franklin was just the lawn guy, a man who cared too much about grass. And in her mind, that gave her every right to roll her wheels wherever she pleased. She wasn't just inconsiderate, she was entitled, dismissive, and certain no one would dare challenge her authority. The first time Karen cut across Franklin's lawn, he thought it was an honest mistake. Maybe she was in a hurry. Maybe she didn't notice. But then it happened again. And again. Tire tracks cut across the grass like scars, ruining weeks of Franklin's careful upkeep. Franklin decided to address it politely. He approached Karen one afternoon and calmly asked her to stop. She didn't even blink. "It's just some grass," she scoffed. "Don't be so dramatic." Franklin shook his head but didn't raise his voice. Instead, he collected photo evidence of the damage, neatly printed and organized, and brought it to the next HOA meeting. He presented his case carefully with respect and clarity. Karen, sitting at the head of the table like royalty, leaned back in her chair and smirked. "If you can't handle a few skid marks," she said loud enough for everyone to hear, "then maybe you shouldn't live here." The room was silent. A few board members gave Franklin sympathetic glances, but no one dared to challenge Karen. She ruled the HOA with arrogance, and everyone knew it. Franklin walked out of that meeting humiliated, but not defeated. That night, Franklin made a decision. He wasn't going to argue anymore. He wasn't going to beg for respect. He was going to earn it his way. Quietly, methodically, Franklin planted heavy-duty tire spikes along the edge of his lawn, hidden just beneath the grass where Karen always cut across. He worked in silence, sipping his coffee afterward with the patience of a man who knew time was on his side. 2 days passed. Then it happened. Karen's SUV swerved across Franklin's lawn again, tires roaring against the earth, until thud, followed by a violent hiss. One by one, her tires collapsed, shredded by the spikes Franklin had laid. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to hit subscribe. It helps us bring you more powerful stories just like this. Karen jumped out of her car, furious. "What the hell happened?" she shouted, staring at the deflated rubber. She spun toward Franklin's porch, where he stood quietly, coffee in hand, watching like a man who had simply been waiting for the inevitable. Neighbors began to gather. Whispers turned into chuckles. Finally, one spoke up. "Karen, he warned you. He told you over and over." Another chimed in. "You brought this on yourself." Karen's face flushed red as she realized her power meant nothing here. She couldn't bully Franklin into silence. She couldn't talk her way out of 4 flat tires in front of the whole neighborhood. From that day forward, Karen never drove across Franklin's lawn again. In fact, she avoided him entirely. The woman who once sneered at him now couldn't even make eye contact when they crossed paths. So, what would you have done in Franklin's shoes? Let us know in the comments. And if you're enjoying stories like this, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Because here at Voices Unchained, we believe every voice deserves to be heard.